Hi, this is Magenta Pixie. So someone asked me the question recently about authenticity. What does authenticity really mean? If someone is being authentic, then surely they should be living what they teach, or if you like, walking the talk. If they don't walk the talk, then surely this invalidates the message they are bringing. The question was related to someone who does what I do, a channel. If this channel or medium or someone is bringing forward higher dimensional information and teaching this information, but is not following their own teachings, does not live the life the way that their higher dimensional guidance system is teaching them, does this invalidate their entire message? So I've been thinking about this the last couple of weeks since this question was asked to me, and I've been communicating with the Nine about this. And this is the information I've been given from the Nine regarding this question. The message itself is pure. When an individual is in alignment with the higher dimensions energetically, then the information itself is pure or can be brought down within degrees of purity or degrees of distortion. Those degrees of purity and those degrees of distortion will depend on the way the individual lives their life, very much within the way the individual thinks, the individual's consciousness. But there are various degrees to this. For example, let's take me, for example. Say I'm bringing forward information about, let's say, diet, to eat a healthy diet, to follow eating vegetables and fruits and the things we know are healthy for us, staying away from processed foods, staying away from refined sugars, that sort of thing. If I'm bringing forward information like that from my guidance system, and then after delivering that information, I go away and eat a packet of crisps, a bar of chocolate, and loads of sweets, and drink a Diet Coke, am I invalidating the message itself? Am I inauthentic? Well, how this would work would be, if I was doing this at first, bringing forward information about diet and constantly eating, junk food, drinking Diet Coke, and having absolutely no understanding of the message I'm bringing forward and the relation to my own life, then there is a discord here. There is a disharmony, and this will affect the message. This will affect the person's ability to be a channel eventually. The message will become skewed. The message will be distorted. And this person will not be able to move into a synchronistic situation in their life where they're guided through magic, through the higher guidance, into a higher vibration. They won't be able to create their own reality because they are putting out a mixed message, as in, this is what I believe on a higher level, this is what I'm connecting with on a higher level, and yet this doesn't matter to me on a physical level. I'm ignoring that higher belief, if you like. So there is a mismatch, and that's going to create a mismatch in energy. So yes, that person isn't being authentic. They're not walking the talk, and that would not necessarily invalidate the message, but it would lead them to a situation where the message is no longer there. However, if that individual is bringing forward these messages, going off and eating, crisps, junk food and sweets and Diet Coke, and after maybe a few days, a few weeks, or however long it may be, there is a strange feeling within the person when they're eating this junk food. They feel out of alignment when they eat the junk food. They feel in alignment when they bring the message forward. They are aware that there is a discord. And their aim in life is to align themselves with the higher message. And they decide, I tell you what I'll do, next week I'll still eat some junk food, but I won't drink the Diet Coke. And then maybe a week later they decide, I think I'm going to quit the crisps and the sweets and I'm going to eat some fruit instead or some veg. What I'm saying here is, if the aim is to move into alignment with the teaching, then no, this individual is not being inauthentic. This individual is walking the talk. They're just not walking the talk at the exact same moment that the information is coming through. Does this invalidate the message? No. What this means is that the individual is accessing higher dimensional information, bringing it through, and allowing the physical body to catch up. The physical body is to be given time to catch up with the higher message. The higher message is timeless. It comes from the future. We, in the physicality, we walk through a linear experience. So if that individual eventually, and it may take them a week, it may take them 2 years, eventually is eating healthy foods, has quit all the junk food, no longer drinks Diet Coke. By the way, I am using myself as an example, and I've never done this. I don't eat sweets or Diet Coke or ever have. But I did used to eat crisps, and I do remember actually being out there delivering readings about food and going back and eating a packet of crisps. I've actually sat in a channeled state with crisps and chocolate and coffee next to me. Did I stay there? No. Do I do that now? No, I do not, because I caught up with that particular teaching. So what I would say to the person who asked me this question, or to anyone who's asking this question, let's look at the message itself and your own alignment to it. Because if an individual is bringing forward a message, regardless of what they're doing in their own life to match that message isn't just there for them. My messages from the 9 are not just here for me. They're here for whoever wishes to share them, whoever wishes to listen to them. So your own alignment is the most important aspect of you receiving that message. But let's say an individual knows a channel personally or knows a lot about their life, and they are not living in that moment exactly what they brought through that morning. So they bring forward a new transmission or a new teaching, and yet they are not living that teaching. But let's say they do aim to live their teachings. Their aim is to follow their guidance system. It just takes them time. Let's just say their aim is to be in alignment with their teaching and to walk the talk. And if you know this channel personally and you can see changes, you can see that this individual is doing whatever they can to follow the teachings that they teach and making changes before your very eyes. You are seeing this person grow. Even though it may not seem like they're growing, it may seem like they need to go away and spend some time to think about their own pathway, or spend some time in meditation, or take some time off from delivering messages to reevaluate. If the person is doing all these things, then they're walking the talk. They're just giving the physical body the linear experience that they share within their consciousness. They're giving that aspect of themselves time to catch up. So authenticity. If someone is being authentic, surely they should be living what they teach. Yes, but they would be given time to do this. If there is a total cut-off between the teaching and what they do without any connection whatsoever in that person, then they are not living what they teach. They are not walking the talk, and the information will become skewed and distorted, potentially. It may take years before that happens, and there are, or there have been, individuals who have brought through high-level information and haven't followed their own teachings in their particular lifetime. They've incarnated again, become an intuitive or a channel or a medium again, and they have had the chance then to follow the teachings, and they have. So it may take someone a week to follow the message they're bringing forward, or it may take them a lifetime. At the moment, with most higher dimensional connected individuals, it is happening in this lifetime. They may have been through these situations in the past, but this lifetime, the lifetime of the collective ascension on Earth, if you like, it's happening now. So that's the way to tell if someone is being authentic. Is the individual learning and growing and changing and making changes in their own life to connect with the teachings that they bring? Or are they simply bringing through teachings and then forgetting all about the teachings and going off and doing what they want? So that's the way to find out if someone is authentic. And really, how can anyone really know the authenticity of another? We can't look at someone else and judge their authenticity and judge that they are walking the talk and that they are living the message. The only individual that knows that is self. And really, that's all that matters. So it's not really about looking at someone else's authenticity and thinking that person's not authentic. I'm going to judge that person as not authentic. They're not walking the talk. Therefore, their message is invalidated. The only person you should be looking at when it comes to authenticity is yourself. So the question you need to ask is, am I authentic? Am I walking the talk? Am I living what I teach? Am I following the higher dimensional information or aiming to follow the higher dimensional information? And the only person that even needs to make a judgment here is the self. And if the answer is no, I'm not, then one makes a change. If the answer is yes, I am, then that individual is in alignment. Therefore, synchronicity will show everyone that that individual is alignment by that channel constantly bringing forward in alignment information that resonates with others. So the answer to the question about authenticity is to look at your own authenticity and your own alignment and what you resonate with rather than the authenticity of someone else. Okay, hope that makes sense, and thank you very much for that really interesting question. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. Bye.